Still at I Am Lekgotla 2025. Really excited to be hanging out with the city manager of the city of Tshwane, Johann Mettler. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well, thank you very much, and thank you very much for the invite. It's absolutely my pleasure.
Really excited to have you here. First and foremost, what does an inclusive city look like, both structurally and practically?
Very good question. Inclusive city is a city that listens. So it's a city that engages with its communities, and there are a number of them, in both formally and also where we meet people. So formally, that would be in our formal engagement sessions when we do our planning and our budgeting and so on. But as far as the informal is concerned, that's the more dynamic space of where you can live the informal city or the inclusion, and that is often where people live, where they trade, where they use our facilities, where they use our services, and it is really measured by the impact that the city have on their lives. That is where how an inclusive city would operate.
On that note, something that I saw the other day on TikTok was how humps were created, how certain structural things are made in order to include those who are differently abled. As the city of Tshwane, people not only live in the city, but they also work in the city. So how do you ensure that, they are able to both live and work both independently and just getting themselves to and from a place? Because we need, as young people, as old people, we aren't just in one place at a time. We want to move around, and we want to do so independently. So as a city manager of the city of Tshwane, how do you ensure that you are structurally including everyone?
Yes. So on the accessibility, it is really incumbent on any city government to ensure that it facilitates an environment where people have access to services, to buildings, to transport, as you've indicated, and across the board. So also those that are for some or other reason left behind, let's say the poor, they must have access, and for that one would then have subsidized services, let's say bus services and so on. Then also, as far as informal businesses is concerned, we have rules in terms of which we would then give a license to trade, and part of that would be accessibility of everyone to make use of their services. So the issue of ramps then become important. Also the issue around lifts, if there are such, that's important. So all those things would be regulated, and it obviously depends on the city, the extent to which it would then enforce that. So enforcement then also play a very big role in making a city inclusive.
Now we talk about building cities for the future. How do we ensure that in building cities for the future we don't leave anyone behind? Everyone is included in this city.
Yes. Look, I think building cities for the future, obviously it's important. We are talking about sustainable services, sustainable energy, and things like that. Also sustainable access, as we've indicated earlier. A lot has to do with getting the basics right, and getting the basics right means that you have to consult and make sure that what you are building is in fact what is required. So So that consultation will give you a very good idea. If you listen, also you have to listen properly. You are listening to people and you are hearing what they are saying and you are responding to their needs.
Yeah.
It is the response to that needs that is critically important, because that will then deal with issues around accessibility, sustainability, etc. Often government gets it wrong. You know, it already has something in mind, but certainly in my experience, the more sustainable approach is to take your time, to listen, to devise, and to go back to check.
Now, as we wrap it up, what kind of legacy do you want to leave, not just as a leader in the capital city, but as a leader in a city that contributes to the country in its entirety?
Okay. Look, certainly the legacy that I would like to leave is that of effective leadership. Often that is the missing ingredient. Lots of plans, lots of opportunity, but there's no leadership, so nothing gets done. Leadership brings focus. Ethical leadership makes the purpose happen. And I think that for us, that for me, is the important thing. Anybody can sit in the chair, but there's only a true leader that will be able to have an impact also beyond his or her term.
I think the one thing I've also taken out of our conversation is listening. I think listening is so important, because when you listen, you are able to truly give whoever's asking whatever it is that they're asking of you to give. So big thank you, and may you continue doing the incredible work that you do, and we hope to see you back again next year at IOME 2026.
Thank you very much. As I said, I'm Johann Mettler and I am Tshwane.
Thank you.